Suppose if you were a Sherman tank crew rolling through France in 1944. Suddenly your radio crackles. Tiger front! Your heart stops. Why? Because you know that a German tank can punch through your armor from a mile away, while your shells just bounce off. The Germans gave their deadliest tanks animal names: panthers, tigers, and even bigger cats. Each one was designed to dominate the battlefield. But here's the secret they don't tell you in history class. These legendary tanks had fatal weaknesses that ultimately helped lose Germany the war. Let's find out what really happened when these cats went to war, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Panther, Panzer V. The Panther was born from panic. When German forces first encountered the Soviet T-34 in 1941, they were shocked. The T-34's sloped armor and powerful gun made it superior to anything Germany had. So Hitler ordered an immediate response. What they created was the Panther, officially the Panzer V. This wasn't just another tank. The Panther combined a powerful 75mm high-velocity gun that could destroy any Allied tank at long range. Its sloped frontal armor reached 80mm thick at sharp angles, making it nearly immune to most Allied anti-tank weapons from the front. The Panther weighed 45 tons and could reach 34 miles per hour on roads. For its size, this was impressive mobility. German crews loved the firepower and protection. At the Battle of Kursk in July 1943, Panthers made their combat debut, though technical problems plagued them. Here's what made the Panther dangerous. It could kill Sherman tanks from distances where Shermans couldn't even penetrate its armor. Allied tankers learned quickly: never face a Panther head-on. The solution? Flank it, hit the sides, call for air support, or use overwhelming numbers. But the Panther had a dark side. Mechanical reliability was terrible, especially early models. The transmission frequently failed. The engine caught fire. Fuel consumption was massive. Germany produced about 6,000 Panthers by war's end. In the right hands, defending from good positions, a single Panther could stop entire tank columns. But when it broke down 50 miles from the nearest repair facility, it became a 45-ton steel coffin. The Panther was Germany's response to the T-34, but Hitler wanted something even more terrifying: a breakthrough tank that could smash any defense. That's where the Tiger comes in, and this is where German tank design started going crazy. Tiger I, Panzer VI. Let's talk about the legend. The Tiger I was the tank that gave Allied soldiers nightmares. When it appeared in Tunisia in late 1942, it shocked everyone. Nothing could stop it. The 88mm gun, the same weapon used in anti-aircraft roles, was mounted in a tank for the first time at this scale. That 88mm could destroy any Allied tank at 2,000 yards. The Tiger's armor was flat but thick, 100mm on the front, 80mm on the sides. Early in the war, this was nearly invincible. Allied tank shells literally bounced off. The Tiger weighed 54 tons, making it extremely heavy. It could only reach 24 miles per hour maximum speed, and cross-country performance was poor. Fuel consumption? Absolutely terrible. The Tiger needed constant maintenance, and its complex overlapping road wheels, which gave a smooth ride, would freeze solid with mud in winter, immobilizing the tank completely. Michael Wittmann, Germany's most famous tank ace, commanded a Tiger. In June 1944 at Villers-Bocage, his single Tiger destroyed 14 tanks and 15 personnel carriers in 15 minutes. Stories like this made the Tiger legendary. So why aren't Tigers remembered as the ultimate winner? Simple. Germany only built 1,347 Tigers during the entire war. Compare that to 50,000 Sherman tanks produced by America. The Tiger was incredible in combat but terrible strategically. It was too expensive, too complicated, and too slow to produce. Germany needed thousands of reliable tanks. Instead, they built hundreds of temperamental monsters. And speaking of monsters, Hitler wasn't satisfied. He wanted bigger, heavier, more powerful. The result was the King Tiger, a tank so over-engineered it could barely move. Tiger II/King Tiger, Panzer VI Ausfuhr B. The Tiger II, called the King Tiger by the Allies, was the heaviest production tank of World War II. At 69 tons, this absolute unit mounted an 88 millimeter gun, even more powerful than the original Tigers. Its sloped armor reached 185 millimeters thick on the front. Nothing the Allies had could penetrate that. Imagine being an Allied tanker and seeing this thing rolling toward you. Your shells hit and do absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, the King Tiger could destroy your tank from distances you couldn't even accurately shoot from. Only 492 King Tigers were built, and each one cost as much as several Panthers. The weight created massive problems. Bridges couldn't support it. The transmission broke constantly. Fuel consumption was catastrophic. It could drain its tanks, driving just 75 miles on roads, far less cross-country. In combat, King Tigers were devastating when they actually made it to the battlefield. During the Battle of the Bulge in December 1944, King Tigers led German attacks, but many broke down before reaching combat. Others ran out of fuel and had to be abandoned. Here's the tragedy of the King Tiger. It represented everything wrong with late-war German tank design. Over-engineered, impossibly expensive, mechanically unreliable, and strategically pointless. By 1945, Germany had lost the war. They didn't need invincible super-heavy tanks. They needed thousands of reliable, simple tanks they could actually produce and fuel. The King Tiger was a technical masterpiece that helped lose the war. Now, most people think the King Tiger was Germany's heaviest tank. They're wrong. There was one more cat, bigger, heavier, and even more ridiculous. Jag Panther, the Panther Hunter. Wait, was the Jag Panther a cat? Not officially, but it deserves mention in this lineup. The Jag Panther was built on the Panther chassis, mounting a massive 88 millimeter gun in a fixed casemate instead of a rotating turret. This tank destroyer combined the Panther's reliable mobility with devastating firepower. The fixed superstructure meant thicker armor in front, up to 80 millimeters sloped at extreme angles. From the front, the Jag Panther was nearly invulnerable. The 88 millimeter could destroy any Allied tank from extreme range. American tank crews considered the Jag Panther one of the most dangerous armored vehicles they faced. Its low profile made it easy to conceal, and that gun could reach out over a mile. Germany produced only 415 Jag Panthers by war's end. Like all late-war German armor, mechanical reliability issues plagued them, and fuel shortages meant many were abandoned. But in defensive positions with good sightlines, the Jag Panther was absolutely lethal. The Jag Panther proved that sometimes the best design isn't the most advanced. It's the one that matches your tactical needs. But Germany kept pushing for bigger and crazier, and that brings us to the Paper Cats. The Paper Cats, E-Series and beyond. As Germany was losing the war, designers proposed even more extreme tanks. The E-Series Entwicklung, meaning development, planned lighter, more efficient designs. The E-50 would replace the Panther, the E-75 would replace the Tiger II. These existed only on paper. Germany collapsed before production began, but the plans show what Germany might have built. Tanks learning from their mistakes, simpler to produce, more reliable mechanically. There were even crazier proposals. The Panther II planned to use Tiger II components for standardization. The Panther F would have a narrow turret for better protection. None entered mass production before war's end. These paper designs proved something important. By 1945, German engineers knew their current tanks were flawed. They understood the need for reliability over raw power. But it was too late. Why the Cats failed? Let me be direct with you. German Cats were technological marvels that helped lose the war. Why? 4 reasons. First, production numbers. Germany built roughly 8,000 Panthers and Tigers combined. The Soviets built 58,000 T-34s. America built 50,000 Shermans. Quality doesn't matter if you're outnumbered 10-1. Second, reliability. German tanks broke down constantly. A Tiger that's broken down is just a target. Allied tanks kept running. Third, logistics. These cats guzzled fuel Germany didn't have. They needed specialized parts Germany couldn't produce fast enough. They required trained crews Germany couldn't replace. Fourth, strategic blindness. Germany needed defensive weapons, good defensive doctrine, and air superiority. Instead, they kept building offensive superweapons that couldn't change the war's outcome. The irony? A Panther was genuinely excellent when it worked. A Tiger I in good hands was nearly unbeatable in direct combat. But wars aren't won by individual tank duels. They're won by logistics, production, and in having enough working tanks where you need them. So what's the lesson here? The German big cats were incredible machines that proved you can over-engineer yourself into defeat. Subscribe for more World War II deep dives and drop a comment telling me which cat you think was Germany's biggest mistake.